So what did you think about the SPD 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Three Rangers? What did you think?
Oh, like that one caught me off guard. I was like happy because like they got the original cast. I didn't know they were going into SPD and all that. So that means they're probably going to go on out with this season. They're gonna do like the Japan.
Okay.
I feel like anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think it's gonna be good?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be good. The past two seasons were good because this is like the follow up of that. So.
Okay. I don't know. I just reserve judgment.
Yeah, no, it's best to be safe than sorry. I understand that.
Because my judgment day is in WWE, and they're on Monday Night Raw taking over, or so they say. Just they came on Raw, and it was just like it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't understand how the fuck Dominic said Eddie Guerrero is that version of Dominic Mysterio. What? Like,
That
technically,
makes sense.
technically he's true. Technically, it is true. Because that version of Eddie Guerrero was this version of Dominic. Because he's his father. That's why. I got it. It all makes sense. It makes so much sense. That's what it was. I get it now. I get it. That Dom promo made so much sense now. It made so much.
Gimmick.
Yes, he's his father. That's exactly what it is. I was like, oh, I understand now. You're your father's son. Boom. Got it. Makes sense to me.
How long until they transition into Dominic Guerrero? Because it's bound to happen.
Well, they really need to do it now.
Yeah.
Just fucking now. Because, like, there's no reason to keep calling him Dominic Mysterio.
Exactly.
So, they're out there. Then they get confronted by the club. It's like, oh, cool. They're coming out. And it's like, all right. Yeah. So, that's a thing, but the thing within the next 24 hours for Carl Anderson was like really fucking weird. It was really fucking weird because it just went from like 0 to 1,000 and then it went back down to -5. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Nobody knew what was going on because literally right after Raw went off the air, New Japan put out a statement, was like, listen, we put the belt on Carl Anderson, and if he can't get here to defend his title, then we're gonna have to strip him, and it's over. And like he's gonna be done with New Japan, and we're done with him. And it's like, oh, and everybody that's like mad at Carl Anderson for just fucking leaving, even though there was no contract, like everybody was like, yeah, that's right, New Japan, you tell him. And I'm like, yeah, no, this makes sense. I was like, this makes sense because they always do this for champions. It's like, this makes sense. And then the next day, they had a fucking show, and Hikuleo finished the show, and he goes, he's like, screw that. Carl Anderson, you're not getting away that easy. New Japan, don't strip him, because I'm going to beat him for the title. And I'm like, what? That's not how this works. Like, what?
That's like the first time they implemented that into a storyline, right?
Yeah, and it's like, wait, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's like, it has everybody going, wait, why did he mention them? And then he mentioned him on the backstage thing, and they put it up on New Japan World, and it was like, dude, what the fuck is happening? Like, everybody was just like a little confused because they were like, no, they're going to strip him because that's what we usually do in New Japan. And it was like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Like, that's exactly was everybody's mentality. Like, what the hell is happening? And then, literally, like, the next 10 hours after that, we get, like, full information. Is like, New Japan knew in August that the Good Brothers were going back to WWE. I was like, wait, what? They put the title on him in September. What do you mean they knew in August? Wait, what? Yeah, no, they knew in August, and they're cool with all of this. He's still factored in the New Japan plans. this is all a work. It's just like, wait, what? Like, why did you? What? What? Like,
wow.
It was really fucking odd because, like, everybody that wasn't in the know was like, oh, this is weird. This is weird. And, like, this is one of the things that, like, New Japan has never pulled anything like this. So this is very odd for everybody that's a New Japan fan. And it's like, this is fucking odd. Why is this happening?
This is more WWE-esque.
Yeah, like, this is, like, the funny part is, like, it's getting people talking because now it's getting people interested in, like, what could happen with a crossover. So now it has everybody talking like it could be a crossover. Because, like, when the first thing came out where they was like, they're going to strip them of the title, like, everybody was like, we don't know what they're going to do. Like, it's over. Like, there's no, like, anything between them. And then, like, the more and more that keeps coming out is like, wait a minute, this has been a long-term story. This has all been going on from the beginning. What the fuck? And it just has me going like, wait, there's so much to this. And it just has me intrigued because it's like, this has never happened before in New Japan side where it's like this weird random story with a whole nother company. And it's like, I kind of really want to see where this goes. Like, it could go nowhere, but I want to see where this goes.
It's usually like another company that messes with them and whatnot, right?
No, it's not even that. The thing is, like, it'll be other companies like they interact with, but there's never been a story like this. There's never been a story where somebody just like has the title and it just goes to WWE. Like, any other company, this would be like, oh yeah, no, this is fine. Like, they wouldn't even have this storyline because the question of coming back would never even be considered because it's like, oh, you work for another company, but we work together, so it's fine. These are untreaded territories. That's why this is weird because it's like, oh, if they work with AEW, it's fine. We know that they're going to come back defend the title. They work with Impact, they're going to come back defend the title. Ring of Honor, anywhere. Like, anywhere, it's like, oh, they're going to come back and defend the title. WWE is untreaded territories where it's like, this is like, once you get signed to a WWE contract, you never go back to any other company. The fact that he's allowed to finish up his dates, and they even said, WWE specifically said, Carl Anderson can finish up the dates he has with New Japan. And it's like, what? Like, that's not normal. Like, that's why this thing is, like, very weird to a lot of people. It's like, this isn't normal. Like, this isn't the normal thing to do. This is weird.
I think people don't know how to react to that because I sure hell don't. And I'm the WWE mark on this thing.
Yeah, nobody does. Like, I've seen people, like, they were mad at Anderson and Gallows for just leaving. And then once they seen it start working into the story, they're like, this is actually kind of confusing because it's like, this has never happened. Like, this is just uncharted territories. And, like, we'll find out what happens. Like, I know nothing is going to happen on the 5th, where that's where the double date is scheduled, but, like, I know nothing is going to happen. But I just have this feeling that something is going to happen somewhere, sometime soon, and is going to factor into something bigger. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Like one of those bad things.
Yeah, because even in the fucking promo that Anderson had with Judgment Day, Finn was like, yo, I started the club and everybody just fills in my shoes after that. And it's like, that's always something that he says. And it's like, yeah, he always says it, but, like, you mentioned it as the club. And, like, I was like, okay, that's... Because you usually just, like, reference it offhandedly and not specifically say the club.
Yeah.
And then you just said it and it was like, maybe, I don't know. And I'm like, it's got everybody thinking that, like, if that one piece is part of it, what else could be part of it? Because if there is a working relationship, I would like to see for the 10-year anniversary, every member of Bullet Club show up in New Japan, even if they're contracted to WWE.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes. And that's next year in May. But back to Raw, it spins out to Carl Anderson versus Finn Balor, which we haven't saw in such a long time, because the last time they fought, if I'm not mistaken, was just like in a regular match before Bullet Club. And I was like, okay, so they're having this match, and the biggest thing to come out of this match, and it didn't even happen between the two guys in the ring, was Rhea Ripley body slamming Gallows. I was like, okay. It wasn't just like pick him up, scoop slam him, boop. It was a pick him up, hold him, walk around, and power slam him on the outside. And it was like, oh, that was a moment.
He had him up for like a good 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, and it was like, that's a moment. That wasn't just like just a happening outside. That was a moment. And that was great. And then Rhea nutshot at Anderson when he had Finn up, and Anderson is down, so Finn gets the win because of Rhea. So, yeah, that just, something had to happen with Rhea.
Yeah.
And we learn a little bit about something that's going to happen later on in the show, because they mentioned it. And now it just has everybody going, now what? Because like that little offhanded remark later on, but it made me go, because I cannot for the life of me put a pin in how to fix that. So yeah.
Like who could like counteract right?
Yes. So that was that. Then we have the Miz and the Johnny Gargano situation. Miz and Johnny are talking backstage. Miz is ready to go out there because he's gonna do Miz TV. So Miz comes out there. Miz is doing Miz TV crap. Then Johnny comes out there and was like, yo, just tell the truth. He's like, oh, I'm not telling the truth. Just tell the truth. Oh, I'm not telling. And it just goes back and forth, and he keeps talking about the truth. And then R-Truth comes out. It's like, okay. And this was great because it was a great interaction between Johnny, Miz, and the Truth. Yeah. And it was in North Carolina, where Truth is from. And it wound up breaking down with Truth facing Miz in North Carolina. The best part about this was like, Johnny's out there and Johnny is being Johnny. And I know people are like, what do you mean Johnny's being Johnny? If you ever seen Johnny outside of wrestling, Johnny is just a jokester. So this was Johnny being Johnny on television. So that's why this was fun.
Like he got to be himself, which is good.
Yes. So Miz lost the Truth. Yes, that's right. Truth won in his hometown in WWE because of Dexter Gargano, which was Johnny Gargano dressed up like fucking Dexter Lumis. So that was hilarious.
It was.
So then we get Kathy Kelly, and Kathy Kelly is backstage, and she's interviewing Candice, and Candice is having this nice conversation with Kathy. Then Candice gets attacked by Damage Control because they come in and they start talking shit and they beat her ass. This actually is one of my conspiracy theory things, because they attack her, but they knock down the camera in between. So you don't see them attack Candice. They knock down the camera and just like beat down Candice. And that's just one of the things, like in comic books, in fucking TV shows, in everything. If the person dies off camera, there's a 99.9% chance that that person didn't die. Which means there's a 99.9 chance that she didn't get beat up. But I think she did only because of what happened later on in the night. Yeah. That's the only reason.
Because in theory, with that logic, she could actually be part of Damage Control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what happened later on, it screams multiple things, but at the same time, it's literally like, it seems like it's something that's going one way. But once again, my conspiratorial mind is thinking There's so many other avenues, and when we get to it, I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So then we have Riddle and Elias. And Riddle's still talking about he wants to join Elias. Elias starts talking like he's heel Elias. And it's like, okay, you just turned face. What are you doing? And then Chad Gable shows up. Chad Gable says something and talks about Ezekiel. And it's like, okay. So Elias is like, no, me and you, we're going to have a match. And I'm going to beat you for my brother, and I'm going to beat you for me. Ha! Okay. That was a thing.
That shit was funny. Like, I expected me like, you are your brother.
Yeah, I did too. So then we got a match between Ali and Theory with Seth Rollins on commentary. So this was another match where people was like, Ali is really good. It's like, yeah, he's always been good. And I even heard people go, oh, Theory's actually good too. Yeah, Theory's good too, but Theory's just like an unlikable dick. Like, that's Theory's biggest troubles.
Yeah.
He's an unlikable dick. So Theory gets the win, but then Seth attacks Ali, which furthers the storyline, which will, by next week, we'll get the U.S. title match confirmed for Crown Jewel.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no way that this is like not going to happen. They wind up fighting after the match, which basically puts more on, yeah, this match is coming.
Okay, if they fuck around and put that on Raw, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. So then we have backstage with Miz and Gargano again, and Gargano's like, I have to go check on Candice. So before he goes to check on Candice, he gets stopped by the wrestling god, JBL, and his bartender. So they're there and they're talking, and it leads to bartender taking on Johnny Gargano later. And it's like, okay, yeah, fine. All right. Like, it's just something about bartender Cabron that's making me just like, I don't want to see this.
His best days were behind him. Like, when he was a lone wolf, that was his best thing.
Yes. So then we have a 4-on-1, 4 local talents against Omos. Omos murders all 4 of them. Like, of course, you know what he's going to do. It's not like he's going to lose. Omos just murdered everybody. It's like, I killed you all. I was like, okay, fine.
Is it me, or did he kill one of them? Because at the end, you only saw 3 people.
Yeah, he knocked that dude out. That dude was barely up.
Okay.
So then we get Gable versus Elias. And Elias is wrestling way better than we've seen Elias wrestle. And I know we've said this before, Ezekiel wrestled way better than Elias, so he's wrestling Ezekiel style.
Yeah.
So Elias gets the win, but he gets attacked by Gable and Otis, and then he gets saved by Riddle, which has me going, These two are going to be attacking.
At least for a little while, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to see it, but like, they're going to be attacking. So then we get the OC in the back, and Carl Anderson still holding his nuts, and Gallows is like, I'm going to find Rhea Ripley. I'm going to kick her ass. I'm going to give her a talking to. Then he comes back holding his nuts, and they basically go, we're going to get the woman. I don't know who this woman is going to be. Like, I don't even have a theory on who this woman could be. Wait, I actually do have a theory of who this woman could be.
Okay.
That slivered up on me that I did not see coming and struck me just out of nowhere. It was it was very random. It was like, it just hit me just like on the top of my head, like a drop, like just boop, there it was. And I'm like, oh shit, like that could be it. Piper Niven.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I've actually theorized it was going to be Charlotte Flair, but I prefer your idea, actually.
Yeah. Piper Niven, perfect. That would be perfect. So then we get Bartender Cabron versus Johnny Gargano. Like, once again, like I said before, it's something about Bartender, and Johnny was like holding this match together. I'm not saying Bartender can't wrestle, but Johnny was holding this match together. That's all I'm saying.
He can't wrestle. Just say it.
No, because he can be entertaining sometimes, but like the stuff he's doing now is very boring and slow and methodical. And it's like JBL wrestling, but I never really liked JBL's wrestling. I liked his character more than his wrestling, and that tells you all you need to know about Bartender Cabron.
Yeah, that makes sense. True.
Yeah. So of course this sucks, but Bartender beat Johnny, which is like part of we're building up the Bartender story. I don't know where this goes. Like, I don't know if it goes to like somewhere stupid where he wins like a title or some shit. I don't know. Like, if Ali wins the U.S. title, I feel like it's gonna be Bartender that takes the title off of him.
I feel like he's gonna come close, and then he's gonna lose and blame JBL for it, because his whole new moniker is he's the future wrestling god. So that tells me eventually he's gonna turn on JBL.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna turn on JBL, but I think after he wins a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So then we get a backstage with Johnny and the Miz again, and Johnny keeps telling Miz, just tell everybody, he'll leave you alone, just tell everybody. Miz gives him a card, and Johnny opens up the card and was like, you're a dick. He's like, why am I a dick? I gave you a card to feel better. He's like, you're rich, you should give me money in a card. I was like, that was actually dumb and funny.
He didn't even write nothing in it.
Yeah, it was just so dumb and funny. We get a Bobby Lash versus Brock Lesnar video package, and it was like, okay, that's a thing. So then we get the main event. The main event is Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Non-title match, mind you. So this match is going, and like the whole time in my head, I'm thinking Candice is gonna come out and Candice is going to screw Bianca. Because Bianca had nobody to help her at all. And she's going up against Damage Control, 3 women against 1. It's like, well, yeah, you're going to get screwed. But the screwing happened in the weirdest way. Because Damage Control was outside with the ref, and all of a sudden, they just get taken out. And we're like, what the fuck just happened? And then somebody slides in the ring and beats the shit out of Bianca. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck just happened? It was Nikki Cross. And it led to Bayley getting the win on Bianca. Oh, shit. But then Bayley wins, and Nikki attacks Bianca. So it's like, Nikki is crazy. But, once again, here's my conspiracy theory. This is probably going to lead into a 3-way at Crown Jewel. Fine. I'm all right with that. 3-way for the title, Crown Jewel, boom. All right, good. But we have to spin this in the War Games. So here's the thing. If Candice decides to flip and go with Damage Control, it'll be Candice with Damage Control. But because Nikki doesn't have an alliance and she beat up both bad guy and good guy, Nikki could technically weasel her way into Bianca's side in War Games. Or there could be someone that comes back and decides to be on Bianca's team for War Games. So it's like so much that you can do with this. And like I said, it's like a conspiratorial red herring where you're like, you know that this thing is supposed to happen. This thing is supposed to happen this way. But then there's so many lines in the sand that you're like, I don't know which way this can go. This is one of those weird things where it's like, it's entertaining because it's intriguing if you pay attention. Yeah. And like for everybody else, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, if you're paying attention and you're trying to get to the end game, you're picking up little pieces and you're like, it's so many threads here that can connect to one thing, but we need to find out how they connect to this one thing.
Exactly. So, it's going to be a banger regardless.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger, but like, how we get there and who we get there with is the major intriguing question. Because all we know right now is Damage Control versus Bianca. Is it Bianca, Asuka, Alexa, and Mystery Partner? Or is it Bianca, Alexa, Asuka, and Candice? Or is it Bianca, Mystery Partner, Mystery Partner, and Mystery Partner? Like, it's so much going on there that you're like, I literally have no fucking idea how this works. It's crazy.
It is.
But there is one thing about it, is just means this is the story that's going into War Games. This is the story that's going into War Games, and after that, it's over. It's going into War Games, and that's how we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. It was the I'm gonna say it was the weaker of this week's show. So just get it out the way before we get into other stuff with just as much intrigue or more intrigue. But Raw felt like a filler episode, but not one of the regular filler episodes. But it was a filler episode with things in it. You know what I mean?
No, I can agree with that.
Yeah, it was a filler episode with little hints of the rest of the arc in it. And it's like, oh yeah, no. That's why you don't skip all the filler episodes, people. And I know people are like, no, but the fillers are there. Sometimes fillers fill in what's actually going on that you didn't understand. So yeah.
Then you gotta go back and watch that shit, find out what the fuck.
Exactly. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So NXT. So NXT. Okay. Like, I heard a lot of people were like really not happy about this episode. They're like, yeah, this episode, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, this episode to me felt like one of those episodes from back in the day where you just like, the pay-per-view happens, takeover happens, and then the next week you're just like, all of this different stuff happens, so it's like moving on to the next thing. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, why are people upset about it? They're like, well, I didn't like this, and it's like, dog, everything that happened is easily explained, and it's like not that bad. Because the first match, it starts off as the women's tag team title match. And it's TikTok Toxic Tag Team versus Zoe and Nikita. I'm not saying this match was bad. This match was actually really good.
Yeah.
The funny part was the ending. And the ending was like, it was weird because of the way it ended. Because, okay, Zoe's in the ring. Zoe has Katana Chance. And Katana Chance, you see her clearly tag Caden Carter. Zoe knocks Caden Carter on the floor. So Caden is down. Zoe winds up pinning Katana Chance. 1, 2, 3. The referee pins her. And they just literally go, new champions. And another referee runs down and it's like, she wasn't the legal person. This isn't how it goes down. This wasn't right. And people are mad because the referee did 1, 2, 3 and they said new champs. So everybody's like, well, that should just stand. And it's like, but it's part of the story. Like, why won't you just let it be part of the story? It was part of the match. So they wound up restarting the match, and the TikTok Toxic Tag Team winds up getting the win and retaining their titles. And yeah.
I really didn't care for the ending. Like you said, the match itself was good, but that ending was like weird.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people did not like the ending, and like it's gonna wind up with them in another tag team match, probably with a stipulation. So, I mean, there's no women tag team to step up right now to be like, oh, we're the challengers. So you might as well just go back and run this back one more time.
Yeah.
And also, like, you have controversy in the match, so it doesn't seem like we're just doing the match for no reason. It has controversy, so it's like, The match has a reason to come back. We have a reason to add a stipulation. We have a reason for everything. Even though it sucked, there's a reasoning behind the next rematch. And it's like, okay, well, that makes sense.
No, it makes sense, but, I just didn't really like the weirdness of it. Like, if it wasn't as clear that she tagged, then I would. But it was clear as day.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but like the way that everything spinned out of it, I was like, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
So then we get a Tabar thing. Tabar is burning his match, and he's done with. He doesn't need any retribution. He literally says that.
Yeah.
So he's now coming back as Donovan Dijak, and I'm like, okay, or Dijakovic, whatever his WWE name was.
It was Dijakovic. He looks like Justice, so I'm hoping that's not a new gimmick.
I hope not either.
Yeah.
So then we get Wesley out, and the people are actually happy that Wesley won the title. I'm like, oh, they actually care now. So they cared about him winning the title, and then of course Grayson Waller comes out, and Grayson Waller is talking, and all of a sudden he says something about the truth, and our truth comes out. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And truth. Yes, no, he comes out as a Joker. He comes out as a Joker in purple with a Joker mask in hand. And he literally starts talking about, I'm here for Halloween Havoc, y'all. Wait, what? And then like truth, that was on Saturday. And they had to like clue him in, which winds up going to a match between Grayson Waller and Truth. And it's like, what the hell is happening?
No, but he's Beetlejuice, because if you say the truth, he's gonna show up.
What the fuck? So then we get BBC in the back, and BBC is trying to get ready, and so Idris is telling Malik, he's like, yo, he just gives him the whole Eminem Lose Yourself verse. And he was like, are you really quoting Eminem to me? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm trying to get you pumped up so we can win this match. It's like, okay. Like, I'm just like, all right. Like, whatever you have to tell him to get him hyped up for the match, because he did want to get him hyped up at the end. So, yeah.
I had to look around for a second, like, wait, did I just hear what I think I heard?
Yeah. So then we got Apollo Crews, and he's talking about, I beat Grayson Waller, and next week I heard Braun Breaker's coming back, so I'm gonna be looking at him for the championship. And it's like, okay, now you want the title. Okay, like I really don't care. It's like, okay. So then we get Lash Legend versus Shotzi Blackheart, and I was like, okay, this is a match. I kind of thought for like a small second that Lash would win, but Shotzi gets the win. Okay.
It was a match.
Yeah. So then we get Diamond Mine in the back, and they're talking, and Julius is talking to Brutus. He said, all right, you can get your 5 minutes with Damian Kemp. Okay, yeah, bet. I'm going to get my 5 minutes with Damian Kemp. So Damian's not there, and he's like, Doug, I'm not here. So Brutus is like, well, I'm gonna get my 5 minutes with you anyway. So Damian he's on the Titantron, and he says something, and it's over. And then all of a sudden, Indu Sher just beats the shit out of the Creed brothers. The Sangha and Veer. And the Sangha looks like he didn't want to beat the shit out of him. He had that little lapse of judgment where he's like, man, am I supposed to do this? And Veer was like, get your shit together and fuck these dudes up. And what was very odd, and I know a lot of people like just threw this away as like something that happened, because it struck me very oddly. So Indu Sher is leaving, but Ivy now walks in between them and goes, what are you doing? And it's like, they didn't even flinch. And they just looked at her, was like, okay. And walked away. And it's like, is she controlling him? Like, what happened? Like, it looked like visually, if you look at that spot, you're like, wait a minute, she's controlling him. But she's not, because she was worried about the creeds, but she walked right through them and just like, what are you doing? And like, I don't know why. Like, once again, it's one of those conspiratorial things where it's like, it shouldn't make sense, but like, it does make sense. You know what I mean?
No, I got you. Like, I seen it too. Part of me wants to say it's a red herring, like you said, the other one might be, and like they probably wound up with a female on their side too.
I hope so, because like it was all right. So then we get toxic extraction, and we have them all doing whatever they want to do. It's like, okay. I'm not gonna lie. For a lot of people, this was their first taste of JC Jane. And I mean their first taste of JC Jane, because JC was working out with some clothes on, and everybody that usually thirsts over Gigi and Mandy, they literally was like, oh my god, JC's hot. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't pay attention? No, she's hot. I was like, okay. I mean, you guys like totally missed like the episodes from like 2 years ago when I seen her come in and was like, yeah, this chick, like, she's super hot, and you know, she lost when she was a jobber before they teamed her up with Gigi. I was like, yeah, no, she's super hot and she lost. But yeah, you guys totally missed that part.
You've been saying that shit, yeah.
Yeah. So then we get the tag team title match. BBC versus Pretty Deadly. And this match, once again, this is another thing where a lot of people totally like either just check out or totally forgot. Like, a lot of people was like, dude, I didn't know BBC was this good. And it's like, dude, what show do you guys be watching? And you guys watch NXT every week just like me, and you guys are just like, I didn't know they were this good. It's like, they're really good. They're really good.
Like they were lost or something. Like I see the comments too. It's like, what the fuck?
So then, Pretty Deadly wins. Of course, they keep the title, so Pretty Deadly just win, and BBC are broken. They're completely broken because they lost to the blokes from London. I'm sorry for your loss. But yeah, the BBC, you know, they might eventually come back.
I wonder who's going to beat these two teams for their tag team title.
I don't know. I know that Zoe and Nikita probably will beat will beat the TikTok Toxic tag team. I know that would happen. But as far as the male tag team, I don't know. So then we get this Schism introducing their new member. And so right off the bat, I see this person, and this person is super tall. And I'm like, oh, it's Indy. Maybe it's Indy, right? It has to be Indy. She's tall. Like, maybe she was down on her luck. Maybe that's it. And then she pulls off the mask. And like, it was this collective minute. Like, I'm not even joking. This collective 60 seconds where almost everybody was like, wait, who is that? And like, I just, yeah, it just was like, people were like, who is that? Like, as soon as she took off the mask, I was in shock. Not because I didn't know who it was. I was in shock because I've been literally screaming, trying to get this person on the podcast for at least a year and a half. I've been saying this person should show up here. This person should show up here. This person should show up here. Hey, she's here. She's here. Please put this person on TV. Please put this person on TV. I kept saying it. And that's why I was shocked, because this person showed up on TV finally. Now, this is what fucking pisses me off about people, because everybody else, the normal humans that like actually understand why, because she actually explains it in this promo, was like, oh, I understand she's using this name. One person just goes, you have this person's daughter and you're not giving them that name. That's so stupid. You guys are so dumb. In the promo, she said, and I'm going to say who this is, she said out of her mouth, I chose to go with the schism because I don't want to be burdened with the sins of my name. I want to earn this on my own. I don't want the nepotism to come with this. I want to do it myself. That's why I align myself with the schism. And it's like, first off, this person has charisma. And it's like, you see it. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, this person, like, it's just like a small spark. And you're like, once you actually get everything together, you can do something special. But you can see that it's like a little spark of charisma. Like, like something. Yeah, and it's just like a little small spark. And it's like, you can see it. It's like, you feel it, like you just smell it. It's there. It's like right there. You're like, wow, like I do understand what this is. And for those,
had you told me beforehand, like this person was gonna be in this group, I would be like, I don't know if that's gonna work. But she seemed like she fits them perfectly.
Oh, she so fits them perfectly. Like everything from the hair to like everything that's going on, she fits them perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are wondering who this person is, this is Ava Raine. And I know you're like, who the fuck is Ava Raine? Well, she is Danny Garcia, not Daniel Garcia, but Danny Garcia, who is a very famous millionaire and a very person who runs many production companies and runs a big company. Is her mother, and her dad is just the highest paid movie star in the whole entire world, and also the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock.
And so, Black Adam.
Yeah, and Black Adam. I'm not going to talk about that.
I had to.
So, like, I don't understand why people really hated the fact that her name is Ava Raine, even though she changed her name like a year ago. I don't understand why they're like, you should just call her The Rock. You should just call her Simone Johnson. You should just call her that. Rock literally came out as Rocky Maivia, living off of his past. And he didn't establish himself as The Rock until he got to a certain point. He came out with crappy shit and grew into the person he is. And that's what I'm thinking here. It's like, you can't just judge her off of nothing. Like, she just showed up. She's in this group. We have to see how this evolves. It will evolve to the point where she literally steps out and becomes her own self. But, like, you automatically are just like, I want to tie her to the thing that's like the most popular thing. And she's like, I want to separate myself from the thing that is the most popular thing because I just want to be me.
Yeah. On the flip side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as all y'all know by now, like, I have my YouTube channel, whatever. I posted this news on my YouTube, whatnot. First comment, oh, great. Someone else getting handed, like, stuff.
Exactly.
Not getting handed anything. Like, if anything, this is starting from the bottom, which I'm happy for. Like, you know, like, it's good.
Exactly. And that's exactly shit like that. Like, that's exactly why she wants to do it this way. Mm-hmm. Because she wants to be like, I didn't get handed shit. That's the same shit that happened with Charlotte. It was like, I don't want to get handed shit. I want to grind my way to the top. I don't want to get handed a fucking thing. And like, I respect that. Like, if she wants to change her name and like distance herself from her father, fine. We know. She knows. She even alluded to it. They know. There's no reason for us to be like, put the name on her. No. Let her evolve on her own. Fuck out here.
And once she like gets like in the ring and like is there for a minute, they'll say it in commentary eventually. So
yes. So then we get Solo Rukia and Indy Hartwell backstage, and they're talking. And Indy's like, "I'm gonna show you how to win out there, ha ha!" And I'm like, "Okay, but didn't you lose to her last time? Like, or am I wrong?
I swear she did.
Yeah." So then we get a phone call. That was weird. We got a phone call from some unknown person telling NXT to wake up. And they're going to come, leave their mark on NXT, and they're going to rip everything apart. It's like sincerely scripsis. And it's like, script? What the fuck is scripsis? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, and it's funny because, like, earlier in the day, that name got trademarked. So it's like, oh, okay. That name is trademarked. Wow, that's weird. And, like, a lot of people was like, oh, my God, it's just like a total Bray Wyatt ripoff. It sounds like it. Like, It sounds like it. It's like, I'm not even joking. It sounds like it. But I want to, like, part of me is like, I want this to be somebody totally different, like somebody that's like not just totally different as far as a wrestler. I want it to be somebody that shows up that no one is expecting, like not even like no one is signed right now, or just like no one that we know, and it's just like somebody just like a shocker, and it's like, holy fuck, this person just showed up. That's what I want.
I kind of got vibes, maybe just me, of the old Mustafa Ali hacker gimmick. That's
like it, like to me, it didn't give off hacker gimmick. It gave off more of a like another Bray Wyatt / fucking Dirge or whatever the fuck they are, the Schism.
Yeah,
it gives off another dark vibe. That's like, I'm gonna rip this place apart. And I'm gonna show you who you truly are. And it's like, all right, like it's too many of these gimmicks just running around. But like, if this person actually just comes in and just like, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of everybody and not go into like this dark gimmick, it's like, I'll be okay.
You are right though, because like I love these type of gimmicks, but when there's too many of them, it's kind of like, nah.
Yeah. So then we got the Solo Rukia India Hartwell match, and it ended when a return happened of Elektra Lopez. Shows back up. So yeah, a return.
I didn't see that coming.
Nobody did. So then we get a Chase University segment, and Bodie's missing. Bodie's gone. Even Thea's wondering where the hell Bodie is. But then Duke Hudson shows up. And he's like, I saw Bodie out in the parking lot doing some things, mate. Whatever. So he sits next to Thea, and he kind of starts flirting with Thea. And then Duke steals a pencil from somebody it's like, okay, I know where this is going. He's going to keep fucking with Bodie, and Bodie's going to whip his ass. And the reasoning why he's fucking with Bodie, and the reason why Bodie whips his ass is because of Thea Hale.
Yeah.
He's going to go after Thea Hale. And it's like,
I wouldn't be surprised if the reason he wasn't there this week is because he took him out.
No, he did. Like, he did. He 100% took him out.
Yeah.
So then we have the Deadline promo. We have Roxanne Perez talking about stuff. And then we have another return. So the BBC is leaving and they're sad. And Odyssey Jones pulled up. And it's like, okay, we haven't seen you in a long time. He pulls up with all these women. And Malik immediately gets in the back. He's like, man, I'm going with all these women. And no, Idris gets in the back. And Malik is just standing there like, he's kind of sad. And this one girl pulls him in. And it goes back to the fucking internet thing where it's a thing. I'm not even going to talk about it because it's stupid and like it's an internet thing. And it played right into it. So next week, Truth versus Grayson Waller. We're gonna have the 1,000,000-year anniversary for Mandy Rose, so that's when we're gonna get a new challenger for Mandy Rose, and also we're going to get the world champion celebration from Braun Breaker, and that's where we're gonna get a challenger for him. So before I go on to the main event, which is coming, I want to point out something to a lot of people who was like, WWE stacked the deck for NXT versus AEW. They stacked the deck with all these main roster people. Dude, it's happening all the time. It literally happened again this week. Like, I don't understand what you mean. Like, no, they stacked the deck more last week. The deck is still stacked. Like, this is just what happens. Like I said it last week, this is how they have been moving. Like, next week, Truth is going to be there. And, like, probably another main roster star is going to be there. I don't understand why it was just a big deal. Like, they stacked the deck against AEW. Dude, they did exactly probably a fucking 100,000 more, like, views this week than they did last week. So, like, what, like, I don't understand. Like, what is, like, why is everybody angry about this? Like, what are you angry about?
Because they stacked the deck. They stacked the deck against whatever else was on that channel that day, because it wasn't AEW.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So then we got a main event that was a pretty good main event. And I don't mean just pretty good. It's like, it was kind of good. No, it was pretty good because, like, this was a main event that, like, we've seen like twice, but this was good because it was Ilya Dragunov with a hurt rib versus Jaden McDonough. So at one point, McDonough hit fucking Ilya Dragunov in a rib so bad, the ref was trying to stop it, and Dragunov was like, no, I can go. So Dragunov got back in the ring, kept going for another 10, 20 minutes, and JD fucked up Ilya Dragunov, and he put him in this twist, this Cobra twist type thing, and he kept wrenching his neck, his ribs, and Ilya Dragunov just started spitting up blood, and the ref was like, stop the match, he can't do this, and they stopped the match. They fucking stopped the match, and it was like, oh, okay. So, and like, at this point, I'm literally like, yeah, like, that was weird. Like, that was weird. It was like so much blood. So then, like, I'm thinking, like, in my mind, I'm like, somebody has to come out and attack JD McDonough, right? Or he has to say he's going for the title or something, right? Right? No, the show just goes off the air, and it's like, oh, okay, that's how you end that show. Wow, okay, wow.
Haha, fooled you.
Yeah. It's just like wow. Like, that's what I can say. It's like, wow, like that was a shocker to me.
Yeah.
So that was NXT. So that happened. So I do have to bring up some New Japan news because this is like kind of a thing that I want to like touch on for a lot of people who have come around the 2017 era of New Japan, and they was like, haha, I'm here and I'm a New Japan fan and I don't know anything else but New Japan now. And it's like, fine, you don't, but like there's other stuff that happened, and like I just want you guys to know that like this stuff happened. And they're like, oh well, whatever, because they're doing the television title thing and they're having this tournament, and a young wrestler who just came back from an excursion named Ren Narita showed up, and it's like, I mean, not showed up, but he's back and he's wrestling, and it's like, okay, and he's wrestling against Shibata in this match, in this tournament. And I mean, not Shibata, I mean Ishii. He's wrestling against Ishii.
I was about to say, like, he died after that, right?
I'm gonna explain why this is like, to a lot of the newer people, it was a shock to the system. And to like us New Japan fans that have been watching for so long, it's just like, this is like, if we can't have this one thing, we can have this. But we can have both, but we can have this. Because this is what happened. Ren Narita fought Ishii, and they're having this match. It's a 15-minute match because the television title tournament is 15 minutes. So they're going at it. They're going. And this match progressively gets crazier and crazier, like inch after inch after inch. And it's like, I'm watching it, and like immediately in the first 15 seconds, I'm like, this feels familiar. Like, that's the first thing I said. I was like, this feels familiar. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. I feel like this happened before. This isn't new. I'm like, this happened before. Like, my mind is literally racing in like 30 different directions. Like, this happened before. Like, hold up, this happened before. And as the match keeps going, and I'm seeing everybody's reaction, like, oh my God, this is so great. Like, Ren Narita is so awesome. And I'm like, why do I feel like this happened before? And it's like, Ren Narita was trained by Shibata, and Ren Narita wrestles just like Shibata. Yeah.
So that's why you mentioned Shibata.
Yes, because he wrestled just like Shibata, and he was trained by Shibata. It felt like the Shibata Ishii matches from 2015, 2016. It felt so familiar. It just felt exactly the same. I'm like, dude, it just felt the same. And a lot of people just like are now like huge Ren Narita fans, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys would have been huge Shibata fans when he was wrestling full capacity.
I know I am.
Yes. So that's New Japan news. And the last little bit of WWE news is no more Hell in a Cell, because Hell in a Cell is just going to be on a regular pay-per-view match, and it's not going to be a specific match type titled pay-per-view. So that's the thing.
Yay.
So now on to Dynamite. So AEW came to us on a very prestigious, historic day, and it's the day of birth of Phillip Brooks, aka CM Punk. It was CM Punk's birthday.
Happy birthday. You're gonna love this episode.
It was very respectable. And so throughout the day, little things had started to happen. You hear stuff. And then we get this thing that CM Punk's dog had to be taken, his teeth had to be taken out. It's like, what do you mean? Yeah, from the brawl out. Yeah, when they kicked the door open, it hit the dog's teeth, and he had to get his teeth taken out. Huh? What do you... Wait, this is like 10 months later. Like, not 10 months, but this has been a long fucking time. Why all of a sudden this? And it's like... And then people was like, oh my God, like, I would have fought too if they did that to my dog. And I'm like, yeah, no, I would have too. But the problem is, that wasn't why the story got leaked. It was like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they should have said something. Something should have happened way before this. Like, why did this all of a sudden come out today? You know what I mean?
No, 100%. That's what I was thinking. Like, you know me, I'm a big animal lover. Like, had somebody like hurt my dog, I would have mentioned that in the first instant. Like, fuck legal issues, fuck Tony Khan, fuck all that shit. Right? I would have put it. No, they fucked up my dog. I'm pissed.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's exactly what I would have did. I would be like, you hit my dog. Of course I'm kicking your ass. Like, but then it was like, no, that was too fucking random. It was too random, and it felt off. And then everybody else was like, that does feel weird. And then like little other stuff happened about what was going on, and it was like, this feels weird. And like that's what immediately led me to go with the rumor that I had heard was true. And I'm like, soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, so that rumor must be true. This is a respectable kind of hate. Okay, I understand. So AEW starts off with Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, whose birthday it was, also, who they actually acknowledged. So they're taking on the Jericho Jerk-Off Society, which is Jericho and Daniel Garcia. So they're having this match, and the match is going, and you're like, okay, this is not a bad match. It's actually a pretty good match. Fucking Jake Hager gets in, 2.0 gets in, and you're like, they kick him out eventually, but you're like, okay, this is not a bad match. And then Jericho gets pinned by Claudio Castagnoli. So immediately, I'm just like, what in the fresh blue hell just happened? And I know you guys are like, what do you mean? Why are you like this? Because usually when the challenger or somebody pins a champion, it usually goes into a championship match. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're 100% right, because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so and Jericho beat Claudio to win the title. So what, like, why is this happening?
Rematch, I guess, which AEW rarely does.
Yeah, and he says something later on, and it still has me once again baffled. Where, yeah, it's like, it's very weird. It's one of those weird things. Is like, I feel like I don't know. I don't know.
Like it's off.
So, yeah. So then they go backstage, and Renee Paquette is interviewing Bryan Danielson. And then Claudio and Wheeler comes around. And Bryan is still talking shit about Wheeler. And Claudio's trying to calm both of them down. Even Wheeler gets in Bryan's face. They're going to fight. They need to fight. They need to fight.
100%. 100%. So when did Claudio become the fucking like leader? Because he's the one that had to calm him down.
When Moxley isn't around.
Wouldn't that be Bryan?
No, Bryan's a dick, so that's why.
Okay.
So then we go into this thing where it was, they showed a birth of AEW and the Elite are talking, and it's like you immediately just go, oh, they're back. That's on his birthday. Wow, they're back. And they do this thing where they're getting Thanos snapped out of existence. And it's like, wait, why are you Thanos snapping yourself out of existence? What's happening here, guys? But like, no one actually was like, oh my God, that means they're leaving. Everybody was like, oh my God, that means they're back. And I'm just like, yeah, like that was a backwards ass promo.
Why would they announce that they're leaving? Like on the show? Like I don't think that's ever happened. Maybe
yeah, it's like
once Moxley leaving WWE. That's the only thing I can remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's like it was very weird. I was like, okay. So then we get to Jericho Jerk-Off Society, and Jericho says, next week I'm gonna face a former Ring of Honor champion. Whoever you are, show up. Which I'm kind of thinking is gonna be Jerry Lynn. So then we get a promo from Sammy Guevara. And it's like, bro, please stay off the mic. He said like 3 words and probably, and I'm like, just stay off the fucking mic, please. Like, it just was bad. It was bad.
I don't even remember what he said. Like it
exactly
traumatized me that bad.
Exactly. So then we get FTR versus Swerve in Your Glory. And immediately as FTR is coming out, there was something immediately off. We had fake FTR, which are the Guns, in the crowd, and they're dressed up as FTR. And you're like, they're gonna interfere, aren't they? They're gonna interfere. So we're getting a match, and is Swerve in Your Glory just actually taking an ass whipping kind of halfway through the match. They're taking an ass whipping because FTR is fucking them up. And this match was really fucking good.
Yep.
And like they were doing shit, like they were bringing everybody into this match because everybody was loving it. And then at the end, of course, the Guns get involved. The Guns get involved. While they get involved, Swerve and Keith Lee wind up winning the match. They beat FTR. So, how do you feel about that?
I like Swerve and I like Keith, but I feel like they should break them up and let them do their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, FTR are the number 1 contenders, in my opinion. They've been there for, like, I want to say, past, like, 4 or 5 months, if not longer.
6 months. 6 months. They've been at for 6 months.
Thank you for correcting me. Like, 6 months. Yeah, that's long fucking time. Like, give them the fucking title match. Like, even if you don't fucking give them the title, give them the title match at least. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, so, like, now they're going to stretch it out. Like, and somebody was like, dude, you're only doing this because, like, FTR is probably going to get a title shot at fucking Full Gear. Full Gear is in 3 weeks. You can say anything you want, but in 3 weeks from now, Full Gear is. So why not give them the title match now and say they're number 1 contenders, and at Full Gear, they'll get a title shot. It's fine to book it for 3 weeks instead of booking it the week up. I am so pissed with the fact that they didn't give it to FTR. Nothing against Swerve in Your Glory, but FTR should have this match against the Acclaim and beat the Acclaim. Nothing against the Acclaim. The only reason is because FTR has been having a fucking year and they should win these tag team titles. But I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Swerve in Our Glory are a great tag team. Like, they messed together like great. Like, they did great in this match too. So again, like you said, nothing against them, but it should have been FTR. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What I see happening, and I'm gonna say this, but I don't want it to happen, right? Mm-hmm. Like, Full Gear eventually is gonna be a 4-way, and it's gonna be winner take all.
Yeah, no, I believe that because after the match, the Guns beat up FTR, and then Acclaim had to come down, and I seen it. I was like, oh, they're gonna have an 8-man, and it's probably gonna spin into a 4-way. But if they don't, let it be a tag team match with FTR just getting their titles.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, I believe it could be a 4-way because even the Guns have said previously, we want the tag team titles, but I'm just booking this for, like, a normal fucking human being that's like, I would rather see a tag match than to throw 4 teams in this one match. And it's like, everybody has their valid criticisms to be a champion, and it's like, but just give FTR a match because they've been waiting for 6 months. Just do this. And then you can do the 4-way.
Yeah.
Like, it's so irritating. So that was that. Then we had a backstage thing. We had Renee and Saraya. They were so excited to see each other because they haven't seen each other in a long time. And then Brittany shows up. It's Brittany, bitch. Yes, she shows up. And so I'm going to step out of AEW and go back to a podcast. It's a podcast that Swerve has. Swerve City, I think it's called. I forgot the exact name. But it's a podcast, and Britt was on it. So, at first, like, once again, I'm one of the people that if I see something and it's out of context, and you clip it out of context, I want to see the whole thing. And I've seen both, and I feel like this is once again some messiness that does not need to be messy. Because it started out talking about something else, and it swerved into kind of taking shots at Thunder Rosa. And basically, she was saying Thunder Rosa is hard to work with. And like, she's like, we may not like each other at all, but we could get in a ring and do something. And Swerve was sitting there and he was just agreeing. Then his co-host started saying something. And when his co-host started saying something, Swerve had a reaction that if you watch Swerve's reaction wasn't just like, yeah. Swerve's reaction was like, I know somebody else in the company that just did the same shit to me. And it's like he had the look on his face, like he didn't say anything, but he had that look like, I know somebody just like that. Because the guy was basically saying that Rock and Austin, like, they got along because once they got along, Austin's at the top and they got along, Austin be like, yo, Rock never did nothing wrong with me. He never did me wrong. He was treating me nice. You know what? I want to work with him and bring him up and make him look stronger. And like, that's an understandable thing. And he was saying, like, if you disrespect whoever's at the top and you shit on them, why would they want to work with you? Why would they want to keep like making you look stronger? And I'm like, that's understandable, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like this was like not needed to be aired. Like the podcast was great, but that grievance was not needed to be aired. Like, we know that y'all got beef. The way that you said it and the way that it came out one-sided, it still comes off like every time I hear something or see something from AEW and Thunder Rosa, it feels like everybody is shitting on Thunder Rosa. Maybe it's me just looking at this going, damn, I feel bad for Thunder Rosa, or maybe Thunder Rosa is the problem because Tony Storm has said something and Britt Baker said something out loud. Somebody else has said something out loud about Thunder Rosa. Maybe Thunder Rosa is the problem. But to be honest, I don't see it because everybody immediately is just like taking shots. If Thunder Rosa is the problem, then I would be like, all right, she's the problem. But also, you don't have to air all your grievances outside. Like, some of that shit should be staying behind closed doors, just like the Sammy Guevara and Andrade shit and all everybody shit. Some of that AEW shit should be staying behind closed doors because every time something comes out, it's like, it's literally, and I thought about this, it literally comes out on a Wednesday, and it's like, oh, they're doing mass marketing. This is what they're doing. Like, they're getting us to look. And then you'd be like, wait, none of this shit ties into the show. Wait, this is actually happening. Yeah, no, this is actually happening. But you're watching the show because of the messiness that's spilling outside. And it's...
See a car wreck, you know what I mean? That type of thing.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't want to look at the car wreck. Sometimes I just want to drive to the store and pick up a fucking Gatorade and come back home. That's what I want to do. I don't want to look at the car wreck. I don't want to be like, damn, somebody's fucked up. I don't want to see that shit. I just want to go get my Gatorade and come back home. That's all I want. But if you keep making me look at this fucking car wreck every time I drive to the fucking store because you can't put fucking perfect traffic lights there to stop this shit, then I guess I gotta look at it, but I'm gonna be mad because I have to look at it because it's gonna take me out of my way and get into the goddamn Gatorade.
Bro.
Like, that's all I want. That's all I want. Just give me that. Just give me straight that. Like, this shit is messy. And like, I know people that like, WWE is messy. When WWE was messy, we literally was like, no, fuck the Gatorade. We just want to watch the car crash. We never went to go get the Gatorade. AEW was like, oh, we could always go get the Gatorade. Now it's we got to stop and watch the car crash, then go to Gatorade. WWE, when they was having their shit, we was like, nah, fuck the Gatorade. We might park here and just watch this whole fucking car crash. Yup. Damn, he got fucked up. That's what we was doing with WWE was fucked up.
Yeah.
Now we mad at AEW because they were supposed to be the chosen one. They were supposed to take the high ground. You were supposed to take the high ground. What you doing? Now you getting burned up with Mustafar. Stop. Anyway. So Renee stops Saraya and Britt, and they're like, hey, you two are gonna sit down next week and you're gonna talk. And Britt was like, I ain't got time for this. And Britt just left. I'm like, what was the point in the setup of sit down? Like, you could have just said later on, like, we're gonna have a sit down with Britt and Saraya next week. Like, you didn't have to do it like this.
They're gonna fight.
So, oh yeah, no, they're definitely. I think they're gonna fight at the pay-per-view.
Okay.
So then we had MJF, and he's getting interviewed by Renee Paquette, and he doesn't do the cheap shot, which makes me like lean into like something that happens later on a little bit harder. He doesn't do the natural cheap shot of like she's Moxley's wife, but like he talks shit about the city slightly, and then he's talked shit about Moxley. He does like the most perfect Moxley impression to the point even Renee was like, all right, yeah, that's how he is. Like, I can't even be mad at you.
Like, I think he alluded to the fact that she is his wife, but didn't flat out say it. Old MJF said it.
Yeah, like old MJF would have just straight up said it. But like this MJF is like, nah. So he's basically saying he don't give a damn who wins in this Penta match, and he's not going to do anything to John Moxley. And then Stokely halfway comes out was like, you sure about that? And MJF tells him, you better not touch Moxley after this match. Or Penta, if Penta wins, which we know Penta wasn't going to win. So then we get an interview with a Melvin. Because we have Matt Taven, and he challenges Wardlow for the TNT title. And it's like, that's what you want? Like, you want to die? Like, why did you do that? That was so... You wanted to die. Like, your first match, you want to go against Wardlow. You wanted to die.
I guess Darby Allin's not the only one who, like, has suicidal tendencies.
Yeah. So, then we have Sammy Guevara versus Bryan Danielson. And, of course, this is a Sammy Guevara match, which is like, oh, you're going to be irritated the whole time. And you're like, oh, but Bryan's going to kill him. Bryan killed him for like 15 seconds at the end. The whole rest of the match was just Sammy just like beating Bryan's ass. It's like, okay. Like, I did not expect it to be that competitive. Like, he choked out Sammy because that's what he was going to do. So, yeah. So, then we get Phoenix. And Phoenix is like, yo, I want the North American title. Then Christian comes up was like, my man Luchasaurus wants the North American title. And then, I swear to God, this is the new meta for this title. Orange Cassidy just keeps showing up when two motherfuckers want this title and goes, hey, we should make this a three-way. And then they just turn every match into a three-way. And it's like, is this the meta for this title? It's a three-way title? What is happening?
It's a triple threat title. Like, you might as well.
Dude, because ever since he got it, every title defense has been in a triple threat. It's like, nah, I don't care. And it just be two motherfuckers that have nothing to do with him. And he's like, I'll defend it against both of you. What? They don't have nothing. These two actually did because they challenged him. But it was like, what the fuck is happening?
The first time, like, it had nothing to do with him, though.
At all. At all.
He does it again. We're renaming this shit the triple threat title.
Yes. So then we get Jamie Hayter versus Riho. Like, if you wanted Riho to win, you must not know AEW because we're leading to Jamie Hayter versus Tony at Full Gear. So like that was gonna happen. So you just basically be like, all right, Riho is gonna lose because we need Jamie to get some wins so she can go against Tony. And that's exactly what happened. Because I saw a lot of people get mad, was like, why did they make Riho lose against Jamie? She should have beat her. And it's like, no, Jamie's going for the title. Riho doesn't need to beat her. It's like, I don't, like, you guys have been watching AEW since the beginning. You know how this goes. This is how this works.
And only AEW, but wrestling in general. That's basic wrestling logic. Yeah,
and it's like, what the fuck? But they had a hard-hitting match. Jamie got the win. I didn't know Jamie Hayter had a tongue ring. I know you're like, what the fuck? That didn't have that had nothing to do with anything. But I just observed things. Okay, all right. So then Tony comes out, and Tony's standing there, and she's holding the title, and it's like, hey, me and you, Jamie, 1-on-1 for this title. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So then we get my favorite part, Eddie Kingston walking up. And Eddie's like, I'm fine. With this fucking crazy smile, like, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm fine. Hey, things are all right. Yeah. There's no intervention. I'm happy. And he's talking to Renee. He's like, yeah. And I want my friend Moxley to win. And Renee's like, dude, you sure you're all right? No, I'm happy. It's like,
he said it exactly the way you said it too.
Yes. And Renee even leaves, and Eddie just stands there. And it's like, yo, this is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. It's so stupid. It's like, I love it. I love Eddie Kingston for that. So then we get a Darby Allin thing, and Darby is saying, yo, I told Sting to stay home because I wanted to do this on my own. I wanted to grow up. And then Jay Lethal is like, well, Darby, we have a friend in common, and he told us your weakness. And next week he might show up. But our friend who has stuff in common is something. And it's like, okay, so apparently they're bringing in somebody who's Darby's friend and his friend. And that person knows stuff about Darby Allin. And that's why Darby is getting fucked up. And it's like, oh, okay.
Like, I doubt it's a thing, but what if it's Sting?
I mean, it could be Sting, but it's like really funny because this was like, not even joking, this was like such a random thing that mentioned another random person. It was like, a friend of ours. What? Where did this friend come from? Who's this friend? Yeah, this friend is like this random friend that knows both of us. And he's been telling me stuff about you, Darby. And it's like, okay, like, this is a random friend job. All right, whatever.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know he had friends, but whatever.
Yeah, like, it fucked me up because it was like, Darby even said he doesn't have friends. And, like, I don't understand where this came from. And it's just like, I understand it's a storyline that's, like, to build up whoever this person is. And, like, maybe he knows, like, Darby. I don't know. Like 90% of the people that know Darby, who has wrestled Darby multiple times, are in AEW. Like the other half is in WWE. And it's like, so I don't know who it's going to be. I'm like, yeah, I have no idea who this guy's going to be.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, so Penta versus Moxley. And this Penta versus Moxley match was really, it was alright. And then Moxley gets the win after Penta hits the package power driver on Moxley. Moxley gets up. They go another 2 minutes, and Moxley hits the Death Rider. 1, 2, 3. Moxley keeps the title, and then Moxley gets attacked. Mm-hmm.
Not only did he hit the Death Rider, but he hit the other one, the other version of it.
Paradigm Shift.
He did both. I had to mention that because like he did it back to back, and like good on Excalibur that he named both because like they're such similar moves.
So then the Firm came out, and the Firm attacked the shit out of Moxley. So they beat the shit out of Moxley. They're fucking Moxley up. kicking Moxley's ass. So then MJF comes out and the crowd goes wild. And he's getting ready to take off his shirt. And he's like, no, I don't want to do it. And then he turns around again. He's like, I don't want to do it. And then he goes back in the tunnel and the crowd boos. And then MJF runs out. Fuck it! He literally runs out. And I know people are like, what happened to the Blackpool Combat Club? They got locked in a room. Like, literally locked in a room.
Was it me or did they say like it was taped? Because I swore they said it was taped.
No, it was chained together.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, what the hell? Like, you can't get out of tape?
Because when it was going down and the BBC didn't show up, I'm literally like, they have to have an explanation. They have to have a real explanation. You can't just be like, oh, they just didn't want to show up. And they showed them locked in the thing. It was like, okay, I like that because it literally has an actual out of they couldn't get there because they were locked up. Got it. So MJF comes down and MJF is telling the firm to stop it, and then the firm attacks MJF. They beat the shit out of MJF. They hit him with the Eagle's Edge. They put him through a table. They fuck him up. So yeah, you tell him your theory. Tell him your theory, not the Austin one. But the other one.
Like, on paper, other than the Eagle Edge and going through the table, it didn't look like they were beating his ass as badly. So I say this is a swerve, not Strickland. And like, he's gonna like turn on fucking like Moxley during this match or whatever. Like somehow, some way, they're gonna feud with the firm or whatever. Go into the match. They think they're gonna be cool. The firm's gonna interfere again, and that's when he's gonna get him. Now, you had a theory for this, and I had a theory for this. My theory is he's gonna beat up William Regal and like take Knuckles and like you know knock Moxley out like that and take the fucking title that way. What is your twist on it?
My twist is Regal's going to wind up being with him. Like Regal's gonna wind up being his new manager.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's going to go for this, and Regal's gonna stop him and pass him the Knuckles, and that's how he's gonna beat Moxley.
Yeah. Either one of those, I'm okay with. Rough.
Yeah. I'm totally down for it. It's like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that thing. Fine.
I would be okay with him turning face, but not yet.
But the funny part is, like, everybody instantly is like, it's like he's turning face. It's like, why? Like, why are y'all jumping immediately to, oh, it's a face turn. It's a face turn. It's a face turn. And it's like, what if it's not a face turn? What if it's just like a whole swerve and everybody's just immediately falling for it? Because I've seen so many people just go, it's a face turn. It's a face turn. I'm like, but what if it's not? Like, what if it's not? Like, what if you're wrong?
Everybody needs to keep in mind, he calls himself the devil for a reason.
Yeah, and he even said the devil's trick is like pretending he's not real. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that is AEW Dynamite, and that's also the rest of this podcasto. Anything you want to say?
Never trust the devil.
I mean, why not? It's really good. Really, devil is good,